Today I'm waiting for those helper from the Mormon church, two boys that is related to me. And I have young people and families related to me from both my parents. So I don't know who have the most Mormon people in the family tree. But I did a second DNA test because I didn't believe in the first test result I got, but it was the same in the second DNA match. And those young men that is coming here today, they are related to me, and it feels so very, very, very nice to know they are a part of me. When I don't have those closest relatives want to be with me and talk to me or help me or invite me to their feast, those parties they have. And that is because of my brother that have talked bad about me. And it's not about my brother have told them. It's about that they believe him and they don't know me. So, and they can assume that I am like he is telling them. So I am very, very, very thankful that I know today, because of what was said in Jerusalem 2016. It was in the air. It was someone told me that I should do my DNA. So I did it because I heard it from heaven, and not another person. Then I have never done it because I was not interested in this with the family trees, DNA. But as they say that, I was thinking it must be something special why they wanted me to do this DNA. And today I know why I should do my DNA test. It was because of all those people in the Mormon church. Both those that is and have been in the Mormon church, LDS church, and then is it also those other parts that is those that was move away from United States because they wanted to have plural marriage, have many wives, and they are also in my tree. And I know I was not clear about that. This vision dream I had just before, in the night to Midsummer Eve, and what the meaning was of this, the interpretation that I understand of this vision dream was that it was two houses, and they were these criminals, people was jumping from one house to another and run away. from the prison they were in. And in the gap, I was like, it was an open gap between the houses, and it was like a roof that they jump between two roofs, and that was a man that was with a gun jumping, and he saw me, and I had no protection over my head. It was clear air there between us, between me and the one that saw that I was there under him, and he started to going on to shoot me, but I had someone with me on the side that I didn't see, but that protected me and make this evil one disappeared. So that's where I am now. It's about evil and good, and this gap that was between those two houses, that gap is where you people on this earth, this planet, that's where you fill in the gap, so it doesn't be that I am still standing and could be hit from the air of someone evil that want to kill me. So I explained for you what the vision dream was about. I didn't really know what it was, but it's like many times in my life have it been that it's coming a picture of the whole thing, a true picture of everything. So I know it later on what it was about. And this was about to cover the gap. I was standing in the free air with no covering over my head, and he was jumping, and he saw me, and he took a gun and tried to shoot me. And the question are now, will he kill me, or will I get covering of people? That's a question, and it seems like no one wants to help me. And I'm very thankful when you have sent me money, but I need action also in that way, that get a covering. And it's so very clearly now when the health care fail me, and they are on the devil's side, and they want to take me as to be a mental sick person, because I have told them sometimes that I hear from heaven, and I know God exists. As I always say, I don't believe, I know God exists, and that I hear from heaven. And when I say I hear from heaven, they think I'm mental sick, because I think they have only counted those Christian people in Sweden. That is about 20,000 28% that believe. That is, we are a member of, not me, because I am out from Lutheran Church, but those people that still are in Lutheran Church, and they, not many believe in God, and not so the doctors. And I forgot to tell you about more what happened in the hospital, because when I sit and wait for to come home, there was two women, young women, that come with the papers to me, and this is the first time ever they have done what they did this with me yesterday. They asked me what medicine I had at home, and some questions about what if I have help from the city in my home, and I say no. I try to do it on my own, and I get a few times help from the Mormon Church, and not women, but the men have helped me, and those women have never been in my home, and they ask me, and then they ask about my medicine, and I told them I have medicine I take only in the morning for my blood sugar, not blood sugar, blood pressure, and then I have insulin for my blood sugar, and so I have 3 for the high blood pressure pills, and that's it. I say to them, I don't eat any medicines if I not need it very much, the basic medicines. And they question me, come over and over and ask, and I knew they wanted me to say that I take some mental medical pills, and I have never done it. They say that, and they ask me, have you ever taken any mental pills? And I told them I had never done that. I had never been, so they have given me any medicine. I have talked to psychologists, but I have never got any medicine. And they write it down. And then after about 10 minutes, they come back again and ask more questions. And it was the same sort of question to find out if I buy some pills. The first one was that they thought that I got mental medicine of a doctor, and then they come and talk to the doctor that have told them to ask me these questions, and then they come back because the doctor said, ask her if she buy any mental pills by herself without a doctor. And I said to them, the only thing I buy that the doctor doesn't need to give me, it's about vitamins and minerals. That's the only pills. I have this that you put into the water, and it melts because I have hard to melt pills. So once again they ask. They really thought that I was mental sick because I told them that I believe in God, or I say I know God exists, and and God is talking and heaven is talking to me, and that they think it's a mental issue. That means that everything that have with God to do and religious things to do is mental issues. Is that you are sick, mental sick. That's what they're talking about, and that's what they want me to be, but I have never been. And then they don't want to help me with my problems with my body. It's the pancreas that make me not get insulin. It's maybe a little of it, but not enough, because whatever I eat and whatever I do, I still have a high blood pressure, blood sugar, and the blood sugar will kill me if I not get any help. And that is it is not a miracle from up above. It's a miracle from people that is here on this planet. I need to find someone that will help me to a country where they can look at my pancreas and heal me. I tried in Israel, and they failed me in Israel. So that is not my country anymore, because they didn't wanted me there. And I think they read my papers and they saw that I was a mental sick person, like the doctors is saying, because I believe in God. I know God exists. So everyone that know or believe that God exists, you are crazy in Sweden. And I think they accept Muslims to believe in God, but Christian is something else here in Sweden. It's only like a cult or thing, something that you have from your childhood, and then you bring it to your children, and it's traditional more than religious thing. And so they have stopped me to see a doctor. They had to help me with the inflammation in my leg, because if they have not given me antibiotica against the inflammation, I have been killed. And then the government have asked them why I died. They have to do this when it's very emergency. But they can also... I was frightened when I was locked in at the hospital that I should never come back out. They could have placed me into mental clinic and locked me in there, because I know God exists. So I need to go run away from Sweden. And just now I talked to my daughter yesterday, and I told her that I'm thinking to go back to United States. It will be my third time in United States. But now am I so old, and then I have health issues. So I need to apply for a health insurance that cover me so I can go to the doctor in the United States and not needed to go back to Sweden for my health problems. But the doctor in Utah, he said that the health insurance we pay for is only basic. It have nothing with this, that I have inflammation in my whole body, or that I have other like psoriasis. It's those only if you have flu or like that, easier things. Those deeper he say is not covering of the insurance. So I don't know how to do it yet. But when the young boys, and it's not good to talk to those young boys because they don't know so much. They have never deal with the adults things. They are sending them out as a child, and one of those missionary, he told me last time that he couldn't help me at all because he should be at the university. He really cut me off. But there is one other missionary that is very interesting, and listen in this moment, but I don't know. When I talked to him about to get help to could move to United States and live there. And you know that live there in United States, I can afford it because I can, if I have a real home, I can have a church there, and I can get some money for to give advices to people, and but it's a risk, of course. And then is it that if I get help from the Mormon church, then they want me to stay as a Mormon and not be preaching or healing or nothing. I should be under them. And they have given me men, and those men is mental sick. They believe that I am mental sick in the church, in the Mormon church, because I am a prophetess, and because I hear from heaven. And so they give me mental sick men to marry. And of course, it's split up because I can't talk to those men. They are almost crazy. And I need to have a man that is very intelligent, because I am And I know that I don't brag because you know it, that I am a very intelligent person. And the doctor in Salt Lake City, he say that to people all the time. He say, Eva, she is very bright. She knows things. He say that about me. He was surprised that I was not what the church told him that I was. He saw I was equal with him in intelligent, and so and I suppose that he thought I couldn't speak any English or a bad English like that. So he was surprised over it. But people believe without have any knowledge. They have never met me. Or when I have been to church, they have avoided me and not want to talk to me. So they don't know me. Because this evil member in the church I am in, she have going and talk bad things about me, as it have been in my whole life. That people are the bad evil people are talking about me, but those people that receive it, they never check it up if it is like what they hear people talking, and I think they know that those people that is going around and talk bad about me have never known me. It's only something they have pick up and fabricated a story. And so I need, it's a spirit here. No, I'm not mental sick. It's a spirit here, and he is saying to you that understand this, what's going on, that even if you can't help me with a place to stay in the United States, but you can at least be in agreement with me about getting help from a human, a real person that you can see. Everyone can see this person. And there's need to come forward. And maybe is it that name I have got, Adrian. I have never met a person named Adrian, but I know there is this Swedish name, Adrian, and I think he's coming through. I think it's something with him. I don't know why I heard that name, but you know that I told you about when I was in Salt Lake City. I had got a dream when I was in Sweden, and it says that Jeff will help you. Was an angel come. I saw the angel, and she said that to me. Jeff will help you. And I was hoping that I should marry someone in Salt Lake City. But it was up in the research center that he come. And his name was Jeff, and he could speak Swedish, but I don't know if he speaks Swedish or English. But he helped me to find out that my grandfather father on my mother's side was adopted to that family. It was saying it was his father, and the man in the family was not his father. And then I found out all this line down to Jesus because of what he showed me in Salt Lake City, Jeff. So it is not something that I made up now, because it happened. It come true with Jeff. And this man, Adrian, something is it with him that will come through. So it will be interesting when he coming through, because when I told the female missionary in the morning that I had a dream in the night that Jeff should help me, it took about 1 month before I come to Salt Lake City and Jeff helped me. So this can take maybe 1 month to come through, or longer. But I hope short, because I need the help of a man. So we will see. I try to clean up a little until the missionary coming, but I can't do so much because I have inflammation. So I don't want to mess it up. So after this recording, I need to go and rest my body now and sleep a little until they are here. So that is what I wanted to tell you, that the vision come true in that way. It have to be interpreted in the right way. So God bless you. Thank you for listening.